Okay guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Claressa Shields. She's met with a major backlash. Well, Barney B is doing what Claressa Shields says that she's about to do next year, and Claressa Shields is getting backlash. Barnaby has done it, and Barnaby is cheered on, praised, supported, encouraged every single day. And this is why I've been saying to you guys, there is a disparity. The level of hypocrisy is really real. Now, you guys know that Claressa Shields and Papoose, they've been together for a number of years now. Many people say Papoose is using her because Papoose has nothing going on for him. He has no money, so he's just using Claressa Shields. Now, what's going on in terms of Claressa Shields, her money, and Papoose? That's between Claressa Shields and Papoose, because we see Stephen Diggs out here making good money, but didn't Cardi B spend $2 million to throw him a party? And if she did that, you bet your ass she has been doing other things behind the scenes that we don't know about. Also, Cardi B is still married to Offset, right? Legally separated, but still married. Cardi B, as a woman who is still married, could have a boyfriend who became her baby daddy, and she had a baby for the boyfriend. So the boyfriend is now a baby daddy. When that did not work out, she moved on from the now baby daddy to a boyfriend, Maduka Okoye. So she can have a boyfriend, a baby daddy, and an estranged husband, right? And it's okay. She's promoted, she's cheered on, she's supported. And remember, Offset said Cardi B was smashing her and Diggs at the same time, so much so that Offset believes that they are reasonable. It's reasonable to believe that Baby Touchdown could be his. And the court, after questioning Offset and Cardi B, the court realized that no, based on what is said to us, Baby Touchdown could not be your baby, but it's possible that the baby before Baby Touchdown could be Stephen Diggs' baby, right? So, because that baby's paternity is hanging in the balance in the eyes of the court said to Offset, we're gonna grant you the paternity on the child before Baby Touchdown, right? Did Cardi B face any backlash? No, because as I've said to you guys, there's a high level of hypocrisy. The hypocrisy on social media in the world, it's real. Once you look anything like a white person, you can almost do anything and get away with it because of society, right? Black woman, the darker you are, you're held at a higher standard in terms of life is gonna be 100 times harder for you. And I've always said it on here. I said a Kelly Rowland could not be doing what Cardi B is doing and get away with it equally. Kelly would be seen as trash, garbage, undateable. She'll be called every horrible, disgusting name possible, right? And now we're seeing examples of that with Claressa, because Claressa was on a podcast and she spoke about having a baby with Papoose come 2027. The host of the podcast is like, are you really going to have a baby with a married man? So you're telling me that you're really going to have a baby with a married man? And the internet is like, Claressa needs to leave her people husband alone. Claressa has no shame because she wants to have a baby for a married man. And Claressa is faced with major backlash because she says she's going to have a baby with this man next year. And this man is also too legally separated from his wife, just as though Barnaby is legally separated from her husband. Barnaby wasn't met with major backlash. People never said we're going to cancel Barnaby, we're not going to buy her concert tickets, but now they're saying they're not going to support Claressa anymore because Claressa wants to take Remy's husband, irrespective of the fact that Remy has made it clear there's nothing between her and Papoose. They have moved on, Papoose has moved on, and she said it was one thing that was still tying them to be married, right? One little thing that they have to work out, but she's saying, the onus is on Papoose. That is what Remy is telling us, but even though Remy is telling us that, we can't say it is true, and we can't say Remy is telling a lie either, right? But do you see how different it is for a darker skinned woman? Because now they're calling for Claressa to be banned, to be blacklisted, to be cancelled because Claressa wants to do what Barnaby has been doing and getting away with out here. That is hypocrisy. That is a high level of hypocrisy. That's double standards. That is prejudice. And the list goes on. And it really goes to show you why Barnaby is the way she is. And I said to you guys, she knows it too. She knows that if she was a dark-skinned girl, she couldn't be doing half of what she has been doing on the internet. She couldn't have said half of what she has said on the internet and gotten away with it because the people would have lobbied for her to be cancelled, right? But when I say these things, people tend to think that, oh, you're just making stuff up. You hate Cardi B. And I said the truth can never be hate. If I was making up stuff about this woman without any reason to, without any shred leading to my delivery, you could call that hate. But everything that I've said about Barnaby, I said to you guys, you can't see it now, but you're going to eventually see it. And what happened? Eventually, many of you guys see what I'm saying. Many of you can come to the realization that I'm not lying, I'm not making up stuff, I'm not hating on this woman, but it's just that the truth is not digestible for everyone, And if you're having gut issues, you can't have beef with me for that, honey. You cannot have beef with me because you're having gut issues. You're gonna have to work on those gut issues that you are having. And that's just how it is. So you can come at me as you like. You can come at me all you want. At the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that I am right, and there's always something to support and to back up what I'm saying. So, fast forward to Claressa Shields getting cancelled, people saying they're not going to buy her tickets, they want to cancel her, they're not going to support her anymore because she wants to have a baby for her boyfriend, who she has been with for, and this is another thing too. Claressa is not even being given grace. Claressa is not getting any grace because guess what? Claressa Shields told us that she's gonna wait until Papoose divorce is finalized and settled. So the mere fact that Claressa Shields is saying next year she's gonna have the baby, it means that Claressa is telling us that next year Papoose will no longer be married to Remy. Even though they are legally separated now and she could have a baby for him, that woman has the decency. She has the decency to say, I'm gonna wait until his divorce is finalized before I have the baby. And that has always been her mantra from day numero uno. However, irrespective of the fact that she's doing things the right way, people are still coming at Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields is ugly because she doesn't have 101 plastic surgery. And if you were born with a face, and if you keep that face throughout your 30s and your 40s, you're automatically ugly. because you're in show business, you should look like you're in the clown car. You should look like you belong to the clown car. And because Claressa Shields looks like she doesn't belong to the circus, she is not a part of the circus. She becomes the ugliest thing ever, the most undesirable thing ever, and she is a horrible person for doing better than what Cardi B is doing. Hypocrisy. Yes, these people are being hypocrites. Such behavior, such mentality, such thought process is deeply rooted into slavery. They have removed the physical chains and shackles, but like hell, the mental ones, they are still ruling us, controlling us, and they are manipulating us, because how the hell can it be okay for Barney to do it, but it's not okay for Claressa Shields to do it, even when she's doing it the right way? So I'm concerned. Is it that people are so hateful to darker skinned women? Or is it that Claressa Shields is so reminiscent of you, the darker skinned woman? You know, is it that you feel like because you're a darker skinned woman who did the same and it did not work out to your advantage or benefit, and because no matter how the cookie crumbles, Claressa Shields and her baby is going to be fine, you believe that Claressa Shields is not worthy of having a child with her boyfriend? She's a grown woman. She can make her decision. Papoose is legally separated just the same. His divorce will be finalized because from day one, Claressa says she plans on having a baby with Papoose. But she is nobody's fool. She's going to wait until Papoose divorce is finalized. You guys are now canceling Claressa for wanting to have a baby with a man whose divorce is about to be finalized, who has been legally separated from his wife. Claressa Shields should get canceled for it, but Cardi B can do that on a lot more evil and get away with it. And that is why I say, once you start seeing the things and the high level of hypocrisy that surrounds Barney and how hypocritical her followers are, you just cannot unsee it. Once you start seeing it for what it is, it's like, boom, your mind is open to how people truly are and how society feels about dark-skinned women in general. Even dark-skinned women themselves hate dark-skinned women. Do not give dark-skinned women grace. Do not give dark-skinned women respect. Dark-skinned women will 100 times more support and promote a lighter-skinned person that looks white, or as close as possible to white, before they give a dark-skinned woman like themselves the same grace. They will never do it. And this is why I say, when I see Alandria posing on the internet in a thoughtish manner, she needs to clean up her brand. She needs to fix that shit, because she needs to realize that once the internet turns on you, sweetie, ain't no coming back, because you are a darker skinned girl. Your education is not gonna matter. Your achievements is not gonna matter. How clean you have been living your life is not gonna matter. The wise decisions that you've been making and the conscious decisions that you've been making, they will never, ever be taken into consideration, because you're a darkie. You are not deserving of forgiveness, because it was embedded in our DNA that black is sin, black is sin, black is sin, black is sin. When you're white, you're washed white as snow. from all your sins. And that's where that behavior is coming from. And many of us will say, no, it's not true. And we are going to find good, plausible excuses to support our brainwash narrative. And it's true. And I dare you to prove me otherwise. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Peace.